Alright, I'm going to make my traditional evening 2 drinks, cortado and a London fog. So I'll start with the London fog. Just going to use a black tea. Any black tea will do. I'm going to get that steeping to start with. And I'm going to fill up a third of this cup. Alright, so a third of this cup, get it steeping, set that aside. Alright, so I'm going to do a cortado, so using the double shot portafilter. Of course, the grind should be really fine, should kind of feel like talcum powder almost. I like to even it out, get it flush all the way around. I tend to have the best luck that way. Clean off the excess. And then tamp it. Supposed to tamp at 30 pounds. I'll probably do a little harder than that. Kind of knock it around so that kind of loosen the edges. Kind of spin it around and give it a second press. Again, clean off the excess. Otherwise, that'll gum up the machine. Alright, and then I want to get the right temperature, so I'm going to run some water through it. Make sure my boiler's full of water. Just the point, you don't want to leave your boiler on all day long because it can dry out, and then if you're heating an empty, dry boiler, you'll ruin the element. I unfortunately did that and had to get it replaced. The nice thing is this takes a commercial boiler, so you can get it replaced anywhere that services espresso machines. So light came on, so it's heating up. As soon as it comes off, it'll be at its highest temperature. Another note, I use this for the excess water because the tray is way too small, so this makes a very handy addition. So again, when the light comes off, the temperature is going to be at its hottest point. Nicer, more expensive machines can hold that temperature within a few degrees. This machine holds it within several degrees, and so you're at the top of the temperature, and a few seconds pass to get us to where we want to be. Tighten that up. Again, we're doing a cortado. This cup has been preheated. And then we'll pull the shot, and it should take around 30 seconds to get 2 ounces. Looks like it's coming a little faster than it should, but it'll still be good. Here's where I want my cortado shot to end, and you can see a nice layer of creamer on top, which is what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out, knock box, and at the same time I'm going to turn on the steam because that's the next thing I want to do. If you're going to pull a second shot after that, you want to make sure this is nice and dry. Don't want it to be wet. And I usually go ahead while it's heating up for the steam. I'll go ahead and clean this off with a brush. Make sure it's clean for the next Go around. Set this up here. Keep it warm. Alright, at the same time the tea should be wrapping up. Go ahead and fill our milk. Now this is a really nice cup, the Toroid. Its shape helps get the milk circulating so that you can make that microfoam. So I'm filling it up right about there, right under the words. A good barista can tell the temperature by just touching the side of the carafe, but I'm still getting there. Alright, so I'm going to take this out. For the London Fog, we've got the tea. We'll add a couple of shots of vanilla. So it's nice and ready. While it's heating up, I'll point out some of the cleaning things that you need to do regularly, which is the descale, which you run through the water. Do that every few months. Run it all the way through, and then run some fresh water through, because you don't want any of that ending up in your espresso. And this cuts the oil so that when you're cleaning up the tray and inside of this thing, it'll help cut that oil that's in the coffee. And you can also back flush the machine with a blind portafilter with this full circle. Alright, steam is ready to go. So the key, we want to make microfoam. For cortado, we only want about 120 degrees. So we're going to get it in there nice and deep. What we want is this heavy turbulence, keeping the wand submerged, turn the steam up. Clean your wand right away. Otherwise it'll get stuck. Ready? At that point, your machine is clean and you can turn it all off for use for another day. Now the first bit of milk on top is kind of extra foamy, and so it doesn't really make for a good latte art. So I'm going to pour that off into here, because in a tea latte you can't really make latte art anyway. So pour that top off of the milk. I'm swirling it around, knocking it to get any bubbles out. Then I'm going to attempt to make some latte art. We'll see if it works out. Still learning here. So I'm going to kind of start up high, where you're pouring through the crema, come down low, get that motion going, and come back through. Aha! There we go. So there's a little nice rosetta. And finish off the last of this milk into the London Fog. Nice little foam on top. And there you go. Both drinks. Machine's done. Everything's clean and ready to go.